guys, good morning. I'm gonna do 7 today and my 17 tomorrow, hopefully. Anyway, so I'm starting on the treadmill because it's too dark, and then I'm gonna move it on outside, and I'm hoping I can get it done before school today, but if not, I'm gonna have to do some later, so we'll see how it goes, because I kept hitting the snooze button this morning a little too long. Anyway, so I have the new goo gel that has the hydration already inside of it. So I'm gonna try that in just a second, and I'll let you know how it is. Okay, so let's try this. Hopefully I tore off enough of the thing. Oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like how it, you would think it would just taste like a big packet of cold brew. I don't like that. I might just go get a different one inside. All right, back to a tried and true caramel macchiato. I get these, by the way, in a big box from Amazon. So it comes with like chocolate, caramel macchiato, espresso, and vanilla. See, every time I've tried these gels that have the hydration already planned in there for you, I do not like it. So back to the gel and then having to have some water with it. Hey guys, good morning. It's 7. It is cold. Oh my gosh. And it is dark. It looks a lot darker than on the screen, but I'm going out to run my 17 miles. I'm going to be running the last 12 with my friend who is a first-time marathon, first-time Dopey person. So if you want to ask us any fun questions along the way for us to pass the time quicker, that'd be great. So I'm going to do a quick 5-mile loop around here. So I don't have my water yet, but I do have my gels. I'm going to do vanilla, salted caramel, chocolate, and then I have some blocks too, and I put scratch in my water. But I'm doing my usual 1-mile loop around to see if I have to pee again before real life. Okay, bye. So this morning I taught my boot camp class at 6. Right before that I had peanut butter and jelly. Last night I tried one of those Bobo's bars, I think they're called, which have a crap ton of carbs in them because I wanted to be really ready for today. I definitely did not sleep as much as I would have liked before this, but I think I've told you guys before, I had a wedding last week. I had my mother-in-law's wedding this weekend, and so we're leaving this afternoon to go out of town for that for a few days. So it's really like I had no option other than to do it today and a week after my 15. But you know, I felt really good after my 15. I didn't feel like drained other than having a sinus infection.
Okay, favorite Disney songs. There are a lot. Nostalgic wise, Part of Your World, Tale as Old as Time, Provincial Life, was that called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that in the beginning of Beauty and the Beast. I don't know, there's so many. But like all the songs from Encanto I love.
Ooh, yeah.
Coco, Remember Me.
Yes.
I cry.
Yes.
So many.
So good. And I'll just say Go the Distance, but also everything she said.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and from Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, yeah. Matchbox 20?
These small, or it's just Rob Thomas, but these small hours, I finished my first half to that. Tears.
Oh, that's cute.
Favorite Disney World ride? I actually have not been to Disney World in 25 years. So last time I went was when I was in elementary school. So I don't know what my favorite ride is.
We'll find out.
It's not Space Mountain that my dad dragged me on when I was that age, let me tell you.
I will say right now my favorite Disney World ride is Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway, which we will be riding like 5 times, just so Kathleen knows, because she will love it.
And I love Peter Pan and Little Mermaid.
Yes. So I've done 3 marathon weekends. 1, humid AF. 2, freezing cold AF. 3, fine, sort of hot, sort of not. So basically, pack everything. I've told Kathleen she has to bring sweats and stuff for hot weather. So pack it all.
So the only outfit I know for sure is the 5K. and I am going to be Christopher Robin.
So cute.
I think I lucked out on the costumes there because everyone else will be running in onesies.
And you're gonna bring a balloon, right?
I'm gonna have my like little blue balloon with like a nice white t-shirt and blue shorts. It's gonna work out well.
Have you decided what you want to be for the 10K?
I haven't. I think I'm going simple, like some mini or like maybe like a princess inspo sort of thing. I just want to be comfy.
Yes.
I think it's my main thing for these races.
And half and full.
Full raw threads
Right.
shirt, half, no clue.
Okay, so I'm asking Kathleen, at what point do you think you're gonna cry?
Very tough call. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through the last few miles of the marathon without bawling my eyes out. But I cried when I saw the castle and we did our half, because that was my first time ever seeing Disneyland 8 years ago. So might have a repeat of that.
Yes, I always count my warm-ups as part of my run, but my cool downs, like if I end up walking for a little while after, I just stop my watch and walk to cool down and slow down my heart rate. But yeah, I always include my warm-up miles. I would also decide now which characters or which spots on the course you would be really sad if you didn't get a picture of. And when you hit that moment, if you're like me, I get really anxious to finish and I'm like, oh, who cares? I'm just gonna, we'll just skip it and we'll keep going. Make a promise to yourself that if you see Darkwing Duck, you're not going to pass that opportunity, because when you look back on pictures, you will not remember the time you had. You'll remember how much fun you had. So just take that moment and get your picture or get that experience, ride the ride if that's what you want to do. So that way you can look back and think, I did everything I wanted to do. Okay, this is a good question. Get on the first bus, if not for just to get there early, but for you being able to get there and listen to the music and go to the bathroom and meet characters and things like that. Absolutely stop for your castle picture during your run. Take it all in. When you hit Main Street, take off your headphones, listen to everything you're hearing, the cheering and the music they're playing. And then when you first start your race, don't start with headphones. Let it start and start your race, and then you'll get to hear all the fireworks going on behind you for the next few corrals, and it's really peaceful and calm, and just take a moment to really take it all in. In fact, this last marathon, I really didn't listen to my headphones all that much, and it was so fun to hear conversations around me, hear the music, hear all the different bands, so just take it in and enjoy it. So if you're a first timer and you're just testing it out, I would try 30-30. That seems to be a really good starting point for a lot of people. Try 1-to-1. My favorite is 2-minute run, 30-second walk. I always tell people if they're feeling like the second half of their runs feel really sluggish and they don't feel like they're keeping up with the amount of distance they have to do, try to slow down your intervals, especially in the beginning. If you're doing Dopey, slow down your intervals for the first 3 days for sure. You were not racing any of this for time, or if you are, pick a day, but the other days you need to slow it down. Okay, so that's a great question, and I actually have graphics that I'm making for each day of the 4 races. So for the 10K, if I were, oh my God, I thought my husband was just gonna hit a car. I would do your normal breakfast, like a bagel and a banana or peanut butter toast or something, and then I would do a gel right at the start, and then I would do a gel halfway. Now this is if you're really trying to have good energy and go for time. I would definitely keep yourself really fueled properly, so gel at the start, like 10 minutes before, and then a gel halfway. So it doesn't get too cold here. I mean, maybe I run when it's like 40 degrees. My favorite accessory, I guess, would be a running vest. That's warm. I just get some from like Target or even Amazon. I do have some from Lululemon. They're not really my favorite, only because for the price, I don't feel like they're that exceptional for what it is. I have like a Target vest that has like fur on the collar. It's probably super ugly to everyone else, but it's like tried and true, and it keeps me super warm. So that, or I actually do have running gloves from Lululemon that I got on sale, and those work pretty well. Other than that, I go to Target and I get those fleece headbands that just cover your ears. Those are great, and then bring them to Disney, because if it's cold, that is like such a lifesaver to not have freezing cold ears. For whatever reason, it makes a huge difference. I really like the hot chocolate races. They have one in San Francisco. It's like 9.3 miles. You get a marshmallow at each mile and you get hot chocolate at the end. It's really fun. Another one I loved, but they don't do anymore, is the Seawees race put on by Lululemon.
So good.
In Vancouver. Ryan liked it because we got to go to Vancouver. And it's like a whole ordeal, kind of like a runDisney. There's a huge expo, there's yoga and lots of events, and it was really fun. So it is very nerve-wracking. Just know that you can do it. You've done your 15. It's just 2 extra miles, right? No big deal. Try to think of it like they say, you know, you have to eat the elephant. So you got to eat it one chunk at a time. So think of it, every mile you're going to celebrate. And you can even do something fun, like dedicate each mile to a friend or a family member, or at every mile have a friend say, this is the song you're going to listen to at the beginning. But I always like to start my super long runs with the whole Fantasmic soundtrack because it lasts me like 3 miles and it just kind of gets me in that zone of like a Disney race. So do something that's a little bit longer that you can just kind of sink into, if that makes sense. Well, good luck on your half. You can do something that is a little bit lower in fat and then higher in carbs and protein. So think like a baked potato, some chicken, or you could do pasta with red sauce or rice. You want to think that I would stay away from like the dairy, like creamy type sauces. I wouldn't have like a giant salad.
Alfredo.
Yeah, no fettuccine Alfredo. I would not do like a giant salad or like a ton of vegetables. I would just keep it really basic. You could even do some oatmeal if you wanted to do breakfast for dinner. You could do like eggs and toast. Just something that's really easy on your stomach, full of carbs, lots of protein, and low in fat. If you want something more fancy, try the California Grill, which is in the Contemporary Hotel. We did that last year or January. We did the 50th anniversary dinner and it was so nice. It was so special. And where you're seated, you're on the water, so you can see the Epcot ball, Spaceship Earth, you know, I like to call it the ball. Okay, so if you're thinking like a sit down dinner, I would do Ohana, which is beautiful and the food is really good. Or you can do Be Our Guest, which is in Magic Kingdom. And again, beautiful. I love sitting in the Beast Room because it like lightning and thunders and it's really fun. If you go to Epcot, you can do something like Via Napoli, which has really good pizza. If you're thinking about snacks, my favorite snack is to do the chicken waffle that's right outside the castle at Sleepy Hollow Waffle Cart. So I'm not sure if you mean like going into your house for a few minutes and refilling and doing all of the things, that's fine. Or if you mean breaking up your long run into 2 segments throughout the day, like doing 10 and then doing 7 in the afternoon. If you have to do that, that is okay. I wouldn't recommend it every single long run, but it's okay if you have to do it occasionally, especially the people that have a pace that takes a longer time. So you don't want to be running for hours on end. So if you have to break it up into 2 segments, just to save your body and, the risk of injury, that's okay too. So if you're going for a half, you can do the 10K time if that's what you prefer, a 10 miler or a half marathon. If you're going for the full marathon, you have to turn in a 10 miler or a half marathon, and I believe the half marathon time is 2:15. But due to McMillan's calculation, if you're doing Dopey, that kind of means more like around 2:08 as a proof of time. But yeah, if you're doing the half, I say go all out for a 10K and see what you can get. Hey guys, good morning. It's Thursday, week 17. I'm just meshing the 2 weeks together again for my YouTube update. So, I don't know, just to make it easier. Like I said, I had another family wedding this last weekend, so things have been crazy. I did do my Tuesday run. I just ended up having to do it on the treadmill, which is fine, not ideal for me. I like to do my runs in the morning. As you can tell, I'm not even awake. I literally had 2 glasses of water, came down here, gonna have an espresso love goo, and I'm gonna do like a mile, and then I'm gonna head outside and finish it outside. For whatever reason, with the time change, it's been harder and harder for me to wake up on my normal running time on a Tuesday, Thursday, but we're making it work. So I'm seeing a lot of posts on various Facebook groups, including my own, about motivation and losing it at this point in the stage. The truth is, You're never really motivated. Like you are when you sign up, and then there's days where you listen to a good song and you're like, hey, yeah, I really want to run right now. But it's very fleeting. Nobody really wants to wake up and run 17 miles. Like, maybe there are some out there. I have not met one that is like, yes, I cannot wait to be outside alone for hours and run a significant distance of miles and then go ahead and do it again 2 weeks later. Like, that's really hard, right? So you just have to remember that it's not motivation, it's dedication. You made a commitment, you paid money, you got to do it. But I think something that might help push you through that is to remember that the way you feel when you feel unmotivated to go out and run is going to feel better than looking back on race day with regret for all the runs that you should have done or pushed through. Of course, there are times when you should rest and sit a run out, absolutely, but don't have any regrets on race day. Do everything you can, like allow yourself to wallow, like give yourself a day to be like, I don't want to do it, because we all have those days, but then you gotta have to be like, girl, get over it. Like, this is the reality. You have to do this run. You signed up for it. So give it your all. Sometimes that's 50%, sometimes that's 80. Hey guys, good morning. I'm off to do my Friday 3 miles. It is dark. It doesn't seem that dark, but it's really beautiful. There's pink sky, and so I'm just gonna do very easy, quiet 3 miles. And we have a low mileage week. I might try to do another 3 tomorrow, and then maybe 5 on Sunday. I have a really busy weekend, so hopefully just trying to fit it all in. But yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day and a great weekend, and I'll check in later. Hey guys, happy Saturday. I am off to do just a quick and easy 3 mile run. We had our group Zoom last night, and so our training program, it loosely follows Jeff Galloway in the sense that we're following the same mile length timeline, but we're not necessarily doing Magic Mile. And we're not really doing that because we're incorporating so many other speed techniques like fartlicks and long intervals and tempo runs and things like that. So I just wanted to clear up any confusion on that. If you're super confused by Magic Mile, I think you're kind of in the norm. It's not super hard to understand once you kind of get the hang of it, but just in case there was anything that needed to be cleared up about that. Anyway, I have a really busy day today. I have to take some Christmas pictures with my friend. She's a photographer, and then I also need to have my son's, or we're doing my son's birthday party tonight. So that should be fun, but it's a very busy day. I'm glad that it's a down week. So I'm going to do 3 today, 5 tomorrow, and mix in some strength on both days. Probably do upper today, lower tomorrow, just so I can get it all done. But just wanted to wish you guys a happy weekend. I hope you guys are doing great. If you ever have any training questions or questions about my program, you can always ask me on Instagram or through my website. And yeah, I think we're on week 17, so we don't have much time left. I think it's like 73 days. But what's crazy is I looked at my Facebook memories, and this time in 2018, when I was training for that Dopey, I was only at 15 miles at this mark, and we're already past 17. So that's pretty crazy. So I went home and took off my vest. I was a little too ambitious that it was colder than I thought. It felt cold though. Anyway, I'm walking a little bit today, and I might just keep walking. I don't know. I'm really in a bad headspace today. I can't even really figure it out. But mostly, my shins are really driving me crazy. And it's so weird because my long run was 8 days ago. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to do some calf stretching and things like that. And I might skip out my run tomorrow it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I don't like this nagging pain I'm feeling in my shin. And it's not really that bad, but it's there, which drives me crazy. Okay, so for those of you that have never run at Disney World before, whether the Wine and Dine or Marathon Weekend is your first, please remember that for the half and the full, you're gonna have a good mile walk from the staging area to the corral. So you'll get there just like your 5 and 10K days, and you'll hang out, and instead of walking the couple feet to where your corral is, they'll sort of corral you again by the porta potties, and then at a certain time they will unleash the beasts to zombie walk your way to your corral. So normally for Disney World races, I was like a die-hard buses person. Like, I trusted the bus, which I do. I trust them. I think they're great. I always got on the first bus, but I was like, why would I ever need to rent a car? I feel like that would totally stress me out to drive myself to my own marathon. But my friend and I rented a car last time, and it was so easy. I think from Pop to the Epcot parking lot, it took us 6 minutes. We parked and stayed warm. So if that's what you plan on doing and you're nervous, definitely leave with enough time, but I think it will be great. Hi guys. So I wanted to do a little send-off video for the end of week 17. I have some stress situations going on my face. It's just been a really this October, September time of training has been really stressful for me. Mostly because I'm really busy with family stuff, which is all fun, good things, but it's really time consuming, and my son's birthday is tomorrow, and so it's just a lot of things, and I think that paired with how much time running is taking right now has just been a little stressful, and I feel like I'm not making very good content for you guys, but whatever. It is what it is. This is just a video diary of my time training this time around. I am noticing that I'm going through a lot of shoes. So I'm pretty much going through a pair of shoes every 12 weeks or so, maybe before then. I'm wearing some old ones now, and I'm feeling it. And I think that's why it was contributing to my shin issue the other day. So make sure you're checking the treads on the bottom of your shoes. Make sure that you're replacing them often. I know it's expensive, but try to see if you can get some good deals online, especially when the newer models come in and the old ones go out. You can, I got a pair of Brooks for about 60% off. So just keep checking those deals, especially with Black Friday coming. I like to ask for running things as Christmas presents. That can really be helpful too, or gift cards to Fleet Feet, even, a gift card to the Goo website. That would be really helpful. But so pay attention to your shoes, pay attention to your sleep right now. That's something I have not been doing, but I'm gonna get back on track. And I hope you guys all have a great week 18. This week I am going to be doing my 2 maintenance runs, a small run on Friday, and then on Saturday I'm gonna run 12 miles with 2 friends, because I'm not doing the long 20 miles next weekend because I'll be in Denver for a wedding. So I'm going to be doing my long race. It's 18.6 miles, which is a 30K. I'm gonna add on the 1.4 before. So because I have a 2-week gap, I decided to do a medium-sized run with some friends. Maybe we'll get to 15. That's kind of what I'm hoping. But if anything, we're gonna get 12 done, and lots of strength training. So I'm back on track of making sure that after my maintenance runs, do my core strength. Super, super important. And just trying to fit in mobility and stretching and things like that, and proper nutrition. It's all a lot of juggling the balls, but it's gonna happen. But thank you so much for watching, and all of your kind words, especially on Instagram and your messages. If you ever need any help, please let me know. On my Facebook group, we'll be doing a Zoom soon, and we've been doing Zooms with my training groups. So if you're interested in any of those, you can always check them out online. But yeah, I just want to say you're all very special. I'm proud of you. You're gonna do this race. You're gonna be awesome. You're gonna finish with a smile. And I'll see you next week.